Hi everyone. This video today is going to be about my sinking funds. Um, I want to show you how I store them, what I'm using to store it in, and my categories and how this method works for me. I don't typically have it in envelopes because I feel like where I'm storing it at home, it would just be too bulky because I have quite a bit of categories in here. So I'm storing it in this index card holder. It is the 4x6 size, so it's the larger size box. It's plastic. I picked this up at Staples for about $7 or $8. The lid just opens and closes that way. It's just really simple to get in and out of. It's really simple. When you go inside, I have it set up like a filing system. The tabs and the dividers I made just by extra cardstock that I had laying around. I cut the cardstock down to 4x6. And my tabs, I actually used my Weir Memory Keepers tab punch. Punched out a few tabs from some cardstock. I stuck it on with some double-sided tape and I just wrote my categories. So my categories are utilities, car maintenance, medical, vision, dental, car registration, toiletries, family fun, Christmas, clothing, car snowball, student loan, savings, hair, nails, makeup, vacation, and insurance. So typically all of these get filled every 2 weeks except for the car registration one. And that's only because it is a yearly expense. So I don't have to worry about having the money every 2 weeks. I know that at the end of the year, it's $120 for my stickers and $80 a year for my CAA. So I just make sure that by the end of the year, I have $200 in there. So it works out fine. Utilities obviously is anything that's heat, hydro, water, cell phones, internet, anything that pertains or falls under a utilities category. My car maintenance is my oil changes, which is typically every 8,000 kilometers or 4 months, whatever comes first. My oil changes are about $80 because I have to use synthetic oil in my truck. And so anything else beyond that, brakes, tires, rotors, I'm trying to save up for a remote starter, or I detail my car every so often, so I like to have the money in there for that. My medical, vision, and dental, I have medical benefits at work, but they don't pay the full dispensing fee amount. And my son's dental, he goes to a dental clinic that is just geared toward children only, so their fees are a little bit higher. And with my vision, we get reimbursed once we pay up front ahead of time. So I'm just trying to save the money up for a new pair of glasses. And then when I do buy them, I'll just have it submitted and then I'll get the money back. My toiletries is basically anything that's needed in the household. Toilet paper, paper towels, soap, detergent, toothpaste, anything that falls under that category. Family fun is essentially for those last minute family trips that I usually take, usually in the summertime. So when my son is off school for his summer holidays, we do a lot of Canada's Wonderland. We do a lot of Ribfest coming into the summertime. And because I only work 3 days a week and I'm off 4, we tend to do and go places sporadically. So we go camping for 2 or 3 days, or we'll go to Niagara Falls for 2 or 3 days. And that money that's in here will go toward those activities. Christmas is pretty obvious. Clothing is for my clothes, my son's clothes, and also his back to school. And I just have an example of how I set up all of the categories. So in each category, there is an index card set up just the same way. The name of the category here. And I typically have a yearly amount that I'd like to save or put towards. And then I break it down to a monthly payment. And then I break that down to a biweekly payment. So for this particular one, it's the clothing category. I estimate that $500 a year is enough for my clothes, his clothes, and his back to school. And it just shows that on January 19th, I deposited $30. January 20th, I used $5 from it. So the very next day I used $5 from it. And on February 2nd, I deposited $20. So my balance in there is $45. And that's how each category is set up, like that. So I did it that way only because it's easier for me to keep track of what's in there, and it's a much neater way for me, and I like that. So with the car Snowball, I just purchased a new vehicle last year, but I'm on a 7-year loan and I don't want to pay for that vehicle for 7 years. So what I've decided to do is create a car Snowball section where I'm just going to put some money in there every 2 weeks, and whatever I have at the end of the year, I'm going to pay it down toward my loan, and hopefully I can do that every year for a few years and actually pay off the vehicle in 4 to 5 years instead of 7. Same with my student loans. I've deferred my student loans now for about 5 years, and I have to start paying it back in June or July of this year. And so I am saving up some money to put towards the principal. So when I do make arrangements to pay back my student loan, I'm going to have a little bit of a lump sum to get a head start. So I'll be able to pay that student loan down sooner than later. My savings is typically anything that is left over at the end of my categories after I've filled each category. And sometimes I'm able to put 100, sometimes I'm able to put more than 100, $50, like it depends on whatever's left. Hair, nails, and makeup. My son gets a haircut maybe once every 3 weeks. I tend to do more to my hair, but I don't do it as often as I used to. So I probably get my hair done once every 4 to 5 months. And my nails are probably once a month. My vacation, again, it sort of falls with the savings method. I just kind of put in whatever I have left at the end. I try to put in a certain amount, but you can't always guarantee. I'm trying to save up for vacation, but I don't have a due date of when I want to go on vacation by. So I'm just trying to save money towards a vacation. And then when I do have the vacation money, I'll book a trip and go somewhere. And then my insurance. My insurance is about $155 a month, and that includes my auto and home insurance. So what I do is I just put a little bit extra in there just in case. I do $80 bi-weekly, and so by the time the 8th of the month comes around, which is when my insurance comes out, I have the $160, and I'll just put it in the bank, and then I'll start again. So for me, this method is really easy. It's not bulky at all, and I think it's more simplistic, and I just wanted something that was easy for me to manage. I didn't want to go through any, high-tech envelopes and storing them away and whatever. Like, this is just so much easier for me. It works for me, and I like this method. I hope this video gives you some sort of idea about how you can use or do your sinking funds. It doesn't always have to be done by an envelope. And let me know what you think. Please, you can comment, like, and subscribe to my channel as well. And I would love to see what your methods are as well. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.